Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is 9/11/2018, and I screwed up the other day as far as the year. 9/11 was on my mind, so I don't know why. That's probably why I said 2011, because I was thinking the 11 was on my mind. Yesterday I was reflecting a little bit on that. As you can see, we are very overcast today here at the Homestead. So we're going to talk a little bit first about 9/11 and kind of throw it into correlation with my kids. 9/11 happened. I had gotten up and I was getting ready for work, and I was working days at the time, and my wife, who wasn't my wife at that point, was pregnant with the twins. She actually had them the next month. We had the babies in October. And she comes into the bathroom and she's like, "Oh my God, a plane just hit one of the Twin Towers." So we had walked into the living room and the TV was on, and we actually saw the second plane hit the second building, because first we thought it was an accident, I think, like everybody did. And once we saw the second plane hit, well, then we knew it wasn't an accident. And I have my own thoughts on 9/11, and I'm not going to get into that today. I want today to be talking about today as a reflection on the people that lost their lives that day. I know that this one of the issues that I have. When the first plane hit the first building, they told the people to stay where they were. And why? I don't get that mindset. Why would you tell the people to stay where they were? But anyway, so a lot of firefighters, a lot of police officers trying to rescue people lost their lives. A lot of people lost their lives that day, and from all over the world, because the World Trade Centers had a multicultural group of people in there. And I think some people lose sight of that part too, that people from all over the world lost people that day. And it was a sickening feeling, and then the next month my kids were born, and we have been at war ever since my children were born. Well, obviously they will be 17 next month, and that I think about too, and the loss of our soldiers' lives and stuff like that since that date, and the amount of young men that have come home damaged. And this is something I want to talk about real quick too, the fact that we lose 22 veterans every day to suicide. I think it needs to be brought up as well, because it's really, really important. We have all these young men and women that are going over to serve our country, and they come back and can't deal with what they've seen or had to do and stuff like that, and they're killing themselves at that kind of a rate, which is incredibly sad as far as I'm concerned. And but yeah, so it's just it's definitely a day of reflection for me, and it's like I didn't want to, I'm not trying to negate the loss of lives that day. It was a horrible thing. And like I said, I can do another whole video on my thoughts of 9/11 and what was behind it and everything like that too. But I just really want to focus on the fact that a lot of people lost their lives that day. A lot of brave firefighters, a lot of brave police officers trying to rescue people, died when those buildings collapsed. And very, very sad. Very, very sad. And so that was what was on my mind last night. I was thinking about that. So I think that's why I said 2011 in yesterday's video instead of 2018, because I was thinking of 11, 9/11. So anyway, I wanted to talk about a couple things real quick. I want to talk about people being triggered. And it is amazing to me the way some people are. And I'm going to give you an example. I usually don't talk about comments, but this comment I'm going to talk about, it's already been deleted, but this was the comment. So let me kick around here and let me show the premise of the comment, okay? The Confederate flag, right? So people get all butthurt and have an idea, well, if you fly the Confederate flag, you're a racist and all this other thing. And anybody that's been watching my videos for any length of time knows that I'm not a racist, that to me it's about the last time people in this country said they weren't going to put up with the federal government telling them what to do, and they broke off and started their own country, basically, the southern states. So anyway, I had a comment, and I'm going to tell you what the comment was. So the person said, well, I thought you were pretty cool until I saw that hateful Confederate flag. Now I'm unsubscribing, and I hope Hurricane Florence destroys your home and kills your family. Or it was something to that, something about destroys our home and wipes out my family or something like that. Now that's being triggered, folks. I mean, that's like, I'm like, I thought you were pretty cool until I saw that flag and it triggered me, is basically what this person is saying. And I have my own thought, and everybody has their own thoughts, what they want to think, what, whatever. But anybody that knows me knows that that's like the farthest thing, it has nothing to do with race. It's not a redneck thing with me. It's not a, I hate black people thing or minorities thing. It's just, it's so ridiculous that, and I've had a few comments about the Confederate flag, but it's not about that for me. And if anybody that's watched, I've explained it many, many times. I'm not going to continue to explain it every time somebody gets butthurt over the fact that I fly the Confederate flag. So, but that I had to share that with you because I was just like, okay, so you go from, oh, I thought you were pretty cool and I like your channel, to, oh, wait a minute, you have something that triggered me, so now I'm going to say hateful things to you. Crazy. Crazy, crazy world, I can tell you what. It's just, it is amazing to me. So I thought that was interesting, and I definitely wanted to share that with you guys. So let's, I want to go over here real quick. And one of the babies are sleeping. Oh, I guess, okay, so there's a couple of them sleeping right there. So I obviously need a new tarp here, as you can see. So there's two of the babies are sleeping there. Another one is sleeping over there. They're doing really, really well. It has been, hold on a second, let me. So we're looking here real quick. Alright, so far today we've pulled in 1.2 kilowatt hours on this system and 0.6 on this one, so 1.8 so far. It is only about noon, I think. Let me take a look and see what time we got here. It's 20 after 12. So yesterday we ended up pulling in 2.9, I think. No, 2.6 for the whole day. So it's like you say, it's very, very overcast today. So we did, like I said, we worked on using the generator to charge the batteries up, which worked really, really well. So that was pretty cool. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, it was. So what I was gonna say? Oh, so the kittens. Okay, so I was looking back at the first pictures that I took when I found the kittens, which was 4 weeks ago, and their eyes were already open at that point, which would have put them at about 2 weeks, I think, at that point when I first saw them. And so somebody was like that you need to make sure the kittens stay with their mom between 6 and 8 weeks, preferably 8 weeks. And so right now we are at 6 weeks with the kittens, and it's my guess because it was a month ago that I took pictures. So next weekend we have somebody, or maybe is it this weekend? I think it might be this weekend coming up that the one person is going to take the one kitten. So that's so we have one of the kittens given away, which will be, that's one down. But and we really haven't tried that hard to get rid of them at this point. But so yeah, pretty soon we really got to get them going. But anyhow, so that's what's happening here as far as that part of it goes. And so yeah, it's a really overcast day today, possible rain. So we got to talk about Hurricane Florence a little bit too now, okay? They're talking mandatory evacuations, and that I was watching a thing yesterday on the Weather Channel, and they had like one of the governors, and they're like, these are not voluntary evacuations, they're mandatory, you have to leave. And of course there's going to be people that don't leave. There's always people that don't leave. And it's going to be the strongest hurricane, like I said, I think the winds are now up to 140 mile an hour, and it's kind of scary. Like I said, it's a couple days out yet. Today's Tuesday, so they're talking about overnight on Thursday into Friday that it's going to hit in the Carolinas, and it's looking like it's pretty much a direct hit right now for North Carolina. Now that could shift. It could go south, it could go north. They don't know 100% for sure, but they're talking about a tremendous amount of rain, up to 24 inches. A lot of inland are going to get hit pretty hard as well. So for all my friends out there, for anybody of my subscribers that are in North, South Carolina, Virginia, all those areas, please be safe, guys. You know, be ready. You know, do what you have to do. Make sure you protect your family. You know, it's just that's important. And so I wanted to put that out there as well. So I hope everybody is, you know, very safe with all of that. So that's real important. So obviously we're going to find out more what's going on within the next couple of days, where exactly it's going to hit and what it's doing, and they'll figure all that out. So anyway, like I said, the garden is still producing. We're still getting stuff out of the garden, and it's been a great year as far as the garden goes. Just absolutely fantastic. So I've been real pleased with that. Alright guys, so listen, I'm going to jump off here for now. Again, it's more of a reflection day, you know, because of 9/11, and I just kind of wanted to share my thoughts with you on that, where I was at that day and what was going on in our lives, and how it changed everything, you know, as far as it was a very scary day. So anyway, there's Grandma. Ma? Alright guys, remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember, STD guys, it's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is you, okay? So I will talk to you all tomorrow. I hope everybody has a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.